Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally back with another movie. The name of this movie is, as you guessed from the title, What If Naruto Was a Hidden Genius? The Quest for Vengeance. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted movie. And before continuing this, shout out shout out to my boy Jimmy DeSetais for suggesting me this idea. And yeah, stay tuned for a story on my second channel as well. I'm thinking of something new there. It is a surprise and not some raggedy ass 12-minute story as I usually put there now. So yeah, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's movie. Roll the intro. Our story begins 8 years after the QB attack in Konohagakure Sato. As we go towards a dark room where we see a few figures whose face could not be seen, as a man was standing in the center of these figures with a cane in his hand. You already know what to do. Do not disappoint me, Itachi. It is for the sake of the village that you must sacrifice your whole clan. As the said named person Itachi, who was bowing down in front of them, rose up, as his red eyes, with tomos in them, looked at them, as if he could see them in the dark. Keep your word, Danzo. Otherwise it would not be good for you. I promise you, you have my word that I will protect your brother. But you must do this deed for the village. We cannot afford to have a coup within. I will take care of this. As the said person disappeared, as now we see the three figures that were standing in the shadows, the moonlight illuminated in the room and fell on their faces. One was already named as Danzo, while the other was Homura and Koharu, both of whom looked panicked. Homura, Koharu, what has gotten you this much fidgety? Do you think this is the right thing to do, Danzo? What if everything goes wrong? What if he goes and tells them it was us who sent him after them? He wouldn't do that. Remember, we have his brother hostage. And not only that, that fucker is already dead. Wait, what? Said Homura in an instant, as he was quite enraged with Danzo's words. What do you mean he's already dead? Then what if he finds out? He wouldn't. He's in a comatose state. And to Itachi, it only seems that only we have the cure. And his brother will get the cure right after he is done killing the clan. But I have a backup plan for that, so that we don't have to worry about him. What? As Danzo looked at them with a smirk. Just wait and see. As now we see, on the other side, in Uchiha compound, a new bloodbath was occurring. Screams could be heard throughout the streets. Itachi was butchering down everyone. The kids, the elders, everyone. Not even the infants were saved from him. As now we see him covered in blood, his hands shaking as he has now just butchered down his own parents. Killing the whole clan. It is done. It is finished. But before he could do anything, he too was stabbed. A sword pierced through his heart, and behind him was standing none other than his former teammate Kakashi Hatake. Itachi Uchiha, for the murder of your whole clan, you are hereby labeled as a kill inside target and henceforth executed. As the next sword cut that came cleaved off his neck in an instant, as Itachi's eyes widened. I've been had. As before his vision could go out, he only saw one person's visage standing there, Danzo's, with a smirk on his face. You will have your time, bastard. As now we see him getting serious. I cannot believe this. Why would Itachi do this? Why would he kill his own clan? Said Kakashi, as the rest of the Anbus has already arrived there, and so has the Hokage. Danzo, how did you get the intel? He arrived towards me, asking me for help for my route. I declined, and he said that he was gonna have a word with you, or take matter in his own hands. It seems that he did. The whole clan was wiped out. But wait, wasn't there his younger brother? What happened to him? Said Kakashi. He must be here amongst the bodies as well. As from behind everyone, Danzo signaled his route Anbu to place the body of Sasuke Uchiha there. As one of the Anbus then arrived. The brother has been located. He has been found on the outskirts near a water stream. As everyone was shocked. Seriously, I can't believe this. What are we gonna do, Hokage-sama? Clean up the area and seal the Uchiha compound completely off. And now it is time for us to announce this to the village. And half an hour later we see Hiruzen Sarutobi standing atop of the Hokage monument. And every villager was gathered there to announce the sudden demise of the whole Uchiha clan. And they were all shocked to hear this. A strong and founding clan was just wiped out of existence. And everyone was afraid. How could a person do this to their own clan, their own kin? And none of the Uchihas were alive. They were extinct. And amongst the crowd was a person who was watching this with curiosity, as he then left into the shadows. As now we see on the other side, the elders and the Hokage arrived at the Hokage office. I can't do this. I can't have a meeting today. We have to postpone it. But Hiruzen, you have to, Koharu said, as she was stopped by Danzo. Enough. Hiruzen is under a lot of stress. It is not a joke. We all are. And that is why he needs rest. We will have a meeting 1 week later. How about that? You have enough time to gather your thoughts and to plan a funeral in the meantime. Yes. You're right, Danzo. We can do that. Good. Alright, we'll do that, said Hiruzen, who was stressed out, as everyone began to leave. As now we see, the elders arrived in a separate room. What the fuck is wrong with you, Danzo? Why would you say that? We had a chance there. We could have gotten what we wanted. And you think he would have agreed? No, he wouldn't have. But he agreed to us in the first condition. Why wouldn't he agree with us now? He agreed to us because we pressured him before. But now it's entirely different. He won't give his son up like that. We have to be more forceful. What do you mean? Like forceful? Are you gonna... No. Not like that. I have another plan in mind. That is why I bought a week worth of time. Let's all meet here the next week, okay? In private. As now we see the next week arrived. And Danzo was there. And he was bandaged up again. And one of his eyes was covered. What happened to you, Danzo? Something happened in my, route Anbu headquarters, and I was badly injured. Luckily enough, I'm healed, mostly. But the scars are there, and they are bad. So to cover them up, I have put it on these bandages. They are going to be mandatory, unfortunately, from now on. I see. That is bad, Danzo. You have my condolences. Nothing to worry about, old friend. As the meeting continued about the Uchihas and what they were doing, and the other clans were quite surprised to find out that Itachi would do this. So you're saying this, said Shikaku Nara, the best strategist of the whole village. In order to get revenge on his own village, for our sake, he just wiped them out? Even the kids? I mean, there were some infants kids in the village. He could have at least leave them here. That is correct, but he wiped them out altogether. I guess he was just fed up with his clan to the point he didn't want any of the cycle of hatred, as you call it, to continue on. Said Inoichi. Yes, Inoichi. So what now? What are we gonna do? Said Hyuga Hiyashi. Us next then? What if we demand something from the village and it wipes out us next? That won't happen, Hiyashi. You have my word. That was what you said to, with all due respect, said Tazumi to Fugaku as well, on the day of the Kyuubi's attack, after we found out that a Sharingan user was the one who controlled the Bijutsu attack. How do you expect us to believe what you say, Hiruzen-sama? With all due respect, we have a lot of people to protect, and we cannot, for a moment, now believe you because of a whole clan just wiping out because of what you say to us. We do not want to pressure our kids into thinking that we are the ones who are traitors and needs to be wiped out. That is not something we can afford. As instantly all of the clan heads agreed to her. She might have been brash and stupid and hard-headed, but she was spitting facts right now. And now we can see he was invisibly scared even more. We will come to an agreement, and it will be signed in front of the Land of Fire Daimyo. You don't need to worry about anything. You all will be protected. I promise you that much. We will see to that, Hiruzen-sama, in the future. As almost instantly all of them got up, even Shikaku. Shikaku, you... I'm sorry, Hokage-sama. This may sound like a drag, but I have to watch out for my clan as well. Because what happened to the Uchihas, even if what you say is correct, then, to be honest, if those sorts of allegations, even if those were just false allegations, if were placed on us, what will happen? What will happen to our reputation in this village? What will happen with our kids' mind are going to go out? They will be pressurized and traumatized like Itachi and forced to do this sort of bidding for the sake of village and honor. As instantly all of them left. As now we see Hiruzen, who was literally on the edge of his seat and was pretty much hyperventilating, looked towards his friends who arrived there. Calm down, Hiruzen. Everything is fine. Everything will be fine. How can I calm down? Haven't you heard? The clans. They do not trust me anymore. They cannot trust my bird. There was a time when I was regarded as the professor, the god of shinobi. Everyone was inspired of me. Everyone wanted to be me. And now look at them. They are afraid. They don't even trust my bird. It is right. They are afraid. Because of what happened. It have been our foolish decision, but it is the truth. We only showed facts to Itachi, and in the end, he acted on his own accord and will. And if they are so afraid, then we should be afraid as well, Hiruzen. Because mark my words, those clans, they can turn their back on us any moment. No, I cannot let my senses legacy fall like that. No. What should we do? Actually, we can talk about that matter later. There is another matter that I want to talk about. What? Naruto Uzumaki. What of Naruto-kun? I have seen what you have done for us in the past has been commendable, Hiruzen, keeping him in the village and all. But you do know that he is our Jinchuriki, our main line of defense. So, you have to train him properly to act like one. So, you want him to be, yes, train under my wing. I want him to be ruthless, cold, and a sharp kunai who's ready to cut throats of our enemy at mere our will or thought alone. He's just a kid. What do you... As Danzo took off his bandage and instantly looked at Hiruzen with the eye that was there, the Sharingan. Danzo, what have you done? Nothing, old friend, because you will not remember everything entirely. As he then said Koto Matsukami, and instantly Hiruzen's will was changed. You have my word. As now we see Hiruzen, against his will, uttering these words, call for an Anbu to call for Naruto. As Naruto, who was resting in his house, then arrived there. Gigi, you called for me? Naruto said in his normal tone. You know what time it is, old man? I was sleeping. You are in front of a Kage, so act like one. Person who is responsible. Okay, elders. What is it this about, Gigi? Naruto, from now on you are to train under Danzo Shimura's orders, with his root Anbu. What? Yes, Anbus. Drag him there. What? Wait! As before Naruto could do anything, he was dragged there, knocked out unconscious with a neck chop. As now we see Danzo smile, as did the elders, as Hiruzen just sat there, almost like a robot. Huh, that takes care of it. What have you done, Danzo? What else do you think? I am now changing his will, manipulating him with my dojutsu. But do you think this is necessary? What if everyone finds out? He will only act like this whenever it is necessary and I say so. Otherwise he will act normally. Win-win for all of us. I see. That is good then. That is good. We can use this in our favor a lot. Yes, I know. That is why I did this. Now that I have Jinchuriki, I can focus on breaking him and training him into be of that weapon that I desired for the village. As now we see Danzo begin to leave, as the elders were now scheming on their own about what they could make Hiruzen do. Forgetting the fact that it was only Danzo who could make him do his bidding, not them. As now we see Danzo arrive in his, well, office, or as you can say, even if it was an office, more like a base. Danzo-sama, the Jinchuriki has been thrown into a cell, completely black-outed. He is to not see the sunlight for the upcoming next 8 months. Only given food once a day and water once a day as well. Hi, Hiruzen-sama. As now we see Naruto, who woke up instantly after being placed there. What the fuck? What is wrong with him? Why would he act like this? Something is wrong. As Naruto was in deep thought for the next 2 or 3 days, he was now completely sure that he was locked here for a much longer time. A guard would arrive at usually in the midday, as he has found a way to at least know time what it is in this dark hellhole, in this empty pit of cell, and deliver him some food and water. Only so much that he could devour his food and only drink a few sips before it was out of, well, it was completely out. And then he has to starve and remain thirsty for the next whole course of the set meal. So they're trying to break me, huh? Good, good, go ahead and try. Why would he want to train me? He's a ruthless killer. Kid. What do you want, Fox? You might not like me, I know that. But you are in a shitty situation. You can rely on my power. Use it. Engulf into your hatred. And we can break free from here. As Naruto then closed his eyes and then said, I want to meet you. I know I have to focus and meditate, but only you can allow me to do that. Clever brat. So, what do you want to talk about? Not right now. I want to talk to you face to face. As Naruto instantly opened his eyes and he was elsewhere. He was standing in a dim lighted room, and his feet were now underwater, and in front of him was a huge cage as two red eyes opened. What do you want to talk about, brat? I want to talk about something. Out of all the years that you have been sealed inside of me, why now? As QB eyebrow, if it could rose, it rose. How do you know I was sealed inside of you? I just spoke to you, and you answered me quite intriguingly, and I just went along with you. And then I called you here. Yeah. It was not that hard. When at the age of 3 people start treating you like shit and call you demon, the destroyer and all that. And on the same day as the QB's festival, you connect the 2 and 2. So you're quite smart for your age, huh? Yes. Then what else do you know? Aside from that, I am the legacy of the Yondaime. I don't know pretty much. You know who your father is. It's not that hard to see. I have seen his image. He's a carbon copy of mine. Or more like I'm his. Well, except for the, well, whisker marks, that is. I see. So you have cracked the code, do you think? No, to be honest. I think it's the tip of the iceberg. There are many more lies to discover. More like, unfold. By the passing seconds, I think I'm beginning to like you, kid. The way you think, at least. So, what do you want to talk about? I would like to work with you. I don't wish for your power, but I'm going to need it. And to do so, we can work together. And what makes you think I would agree? You want to destroy Konoha. I want to find out the truth of what happened with him. And what has he been hiding from me? What do you mean? The old man. I'm talking about him. You see, it's not that hard to notice. He has been lying to me. Even if he was old and professional, something inside of me told me that he was not telling the truth. At first I thought it was just a hunch, but every time he spoke something and left some parts out, it was not that hard to understand that he was keeping some secrets from me, and some dark ones at that as well. Alright, kid. You have piqued my interest and curiosity. I will lend you my strength whenever required, and am going to work with you. But you have to pass my test. What? Open the seal. Fine, Naruto said after a mere thought. As Kyuubi then said, hop on my hand. As Naruto did so, as Kyuubi instantly grabbed Naruto in a crushing tone. Do you think for a moment I would believe your words and work with you? I know you would. Because I trust you completely. Then you're a bigger fool. I could kill you here right now. You wouldn't risk it. This seal, it's much more than that. Something connects us. That is why the people wanted to kill me. Bullshit. You don't believe me? Don't then. Go ahead, do it. I'll see you in hell, alongside me and Shinigami. We'll have a couple of drinks down there, said Naruto with a smirk, in a painful manner plastered on his face, as QB's eyes then softened, as he opened his hand for Naruto to climb on his palm again. Damn, you almost crushed my organs. You pass, kid. I can trust you completely, since you have shown nothing more than trust and fierceness. And boldness. I don't know if you are downright stupid or downright genius, but I guess we'll find out in the future. Thank you. What? Your name? What do you mean my name? Call me QB. That is your title. The people have given you these, at least. That is not your real name. Every being has a name. How do you know? I have read this much. I'm not an idiot, okay? I knew you existed from the age of the Sage of the Sixth Path. From the history books. Those who I can scrap and steal. So you know at least about us. Yes, I know about you, the other tail beasts. From 1 to 9 all the way. They all are distributed, as if they are properties, into the different villages. And what makes you think that we are different? You are sentient beings, for God's sake. If you were not, and a monster as they say, we would have been talking in the first place. You would have butchered me down the instant I came here. Or more like killed me the day you were sealed inside of me. Kurama even smirked further, at showing his canines. You are really interesting, kid. I gotta give you that. And smart as well. Yes, we are sentient beings made out of chakra, with our own psyche and consciousness, ability to think, speak, and communicate. But the humans have never tried to understand us for the being. They've always scared us. And that not only that, they think when they gain the power that they had the right to use us as their tools against our wills. What makes you think you're any different? You're actually doing the same to me, said Kurama in a smirky tone. And I apologize, but it is necessary for survival. My survival, at least. I need to survive this hellhole, to get away from it. And do what? I'm gonna get revenge on them, for what they did to the Uchihas. Uchihas were the one who caused my grief, and you want to avenge them? The Uchihas who were born, the Uchihas who were infant and innocent, they weren't the ones. It was only one who caused you the grief. Wasn't it, Madara? How do you... History books again. There was only one attack that was recorded before my birth. The attack of Konoha's first destruction and rebuilt in the history under the rule of Hashirama Senju. And the attacker was none other than Madara Uchiha, at the time leader of the Uchihas and his best friend and the founding father of this village. And he had you under his control. You are right, kid. You are right indeed. But what about the other Uchiha? Who was, able to... It was his Sharingan. It was Madara's Sharingan. I don't think that it is Madara who is using it, but it was his. Meaning we have to face a dangerous foe together, to get your revenge, to get us even. I guess you can say that. So what now? What now is that Naruto opened his eyes as he left the mines cave, as the seal instantly opened and disappeared. We train. As Naruto then began in secret to train his chakra cores and chakra quilt, expanding his chakra pool to the extent that it was nearly downright infinite. And 6 months passed like that, as now we see Naruto was dragged out. He was thin, completely turned pale, gone was his tan skin, and his eyes had black circles under them as he looked up with his tired eyes. So you finally have broken, boy. You have lived a quite luxurious life for the past 8 years, I must say so myself. But today is your 9th birthday, the 9th anniversary of the QB attack in the village. The village is as going as usual. Nobody misses you. But I am here to give you a chance of salvation. A chance to prove that there is much more to what you are right now. Do you accept? I do. You do, huh? As Danzo kicked him in the face. Bullshit. Seal him. As they tied his hands and opened his mouth to seal his tongue, so that he couldn't speak. I will test so myself. And after that was a brutal journey of Naruto being beaten, bruised for the continuous years, and trained to the time he couldn't even stand and passed out outright because of the fatigue. But Naruto endured it all, and now we see him at the age of 13, on the mission to hunt down the person who has taken away the Raijin while he defected the village. And Naruto has just killed him, cleaved his neck off, as now we see him, codenamed Oni, grabbing the said sword. As he held it, hand it over now, Oni. We are to return back, said Sai, his supervisor, and instantly Naruto then said, fuck no. As that is when Naruto, using that sword and his own katana, began to cut and cleave through all of his teammates, which were 10 in total, to keep him in line. As they tried to use the seal button, seal didn't work, and in the end all of them died. As after that Naruto then said, it is time for me to begin my hunt. The weapon that they wanted is turned so sharp that it is ready to cut its own master's hand. But then again, I am my own master. Are you ready, kid? Let's give them hell, Kurama. Let's do, kid. Over the course of years, Kurama was able to finally open up and give his name to Naruto, and they have been now acting like brothers, if not friends. As now we see Naruto arrive, as he was acting as he was bruised and hurt. It was almost a failure, but I have achieved what you wished for me, Datsusama. As Danzo slammed his staff onto his face, you maggot! Do you think I want you to perform like this? Get up this instant! As Naruto tried to get his body up. As now we see, Danzo in his hand, the katana disappeared in an instant, replaced by an explosive device. Danzo exploded. His arm that held the Sharingans was now cut off. As Naruto, taking this chance, used the Raijin sword and transported it in front of him. His hand literally lunged at his eye and plugged it out as if it was some sort of light bulb. As Danzo grabbed his eye socket, damn you! As Naruto's clone grabbed the eye and put it in a jar, as all of the Uchiha's eyes were recovered as well, alongside Sasuke's that Naruto has been able to find out. And the other clones that he could make now were gathering around as much as Jutsus and Ryus as they could, while massacring any and each root Anbu they could see and find. How does it feel, Master? Your sword is prepared, ready to cut down your own throat, like Senkaku. As now we see, Danzo sneered at him. You think this is easy enough to kill me? I will kill you, you brat. You're nothing more a demon. You wanted a demon. Why don't I let you speak to the demon itself? As Naruto's eye then began to flicker until his neck straightened. As his lips were now completely black, a whisker marks thickened. Hello, Danzo. It's been a long time. 13 years to be exact. Said a deep, grumbling voice. No, it can't be. You were supposed to be absorbed by the boy. We came to a mutual understanding, even way before you even began your pathetic, sorry excuse of a plan. But thanks to you, the kid got what he wanted. Hardened enough, strong enough to survive out there, to bring his plans to fruition. What plans? Since you're gonna die anyway, why not let you in on a secret? He was never your weapon. He is his own will's master, and he is ready to bring the world down to its knees if he wants to, by choking its neck. He is Naruto Uzumaki, the next fucking sage of the 6 paths. What? As Naruto instantly then said, Shinra Tensei, as literally Danzo exploded into nothing more than smears on the wall. As Naruto then coughed a huge amount of blood. Damn it, I told you to not use this chakra, kid. You don't have the other half of the sage's ninshu within you. His other half, his son's other half, Indra and Asura. They were not only his sons, they were his ninshu and ninjutsu divided. I have the ninshu. I just need the ninjutsu now, meaning the Uchihas. And as for the arm, the Uchiha's Sharingan cannot be planted in any other arm. This is special. What is it though? It has Hashirama's scent in it. I wasn't wrong, Naruto. This is Hashirama Senju's cells embedded into this arm. This will be useful in the future. Keep it sealed in a scroll. Now what? The root is destroyed. We're gonna go out with a bang. As Naruto then arrived, as many of the Narutos were there, and in their hands were many scrolls. Naruto used another scroll to seal all of these within and put it in his holster. As now we see Naruto standing atop of the Hokage monument, in the same position that Itachi was. As Naruto then said, "Time to get away." As suddenly huge amounts of explosions occurred as the whole Hokage office went down the drain alongside the council chambers, underneath which many bodies were beginning to burn. As Naruto, taking this chance using the Raijin sword, disappeared altogether, but not before taking any and all scrolls with him that belonged to Uzumaki's and his father. As now we see Naruto arrive on the border of the Land of Fire capital. That took a lot out of me. I need to catch my breath. Not now, kid. We need to get away as far as we can. The Inuzukas might be after you. I know. But I've been running constantly for the past 3 hours. At full speed I can't go on like this, Kurama. Then let me. But where are you gonna take me? Uzushio Gakure, kid. I have found something interesting while I was within one of your clone psyche. What? Hey, I kept it a secret from you. What? But we agreed upon no secrets, Kurama. Not after what happened. I know. You need to rest, kid. Everything will be fine and explained when you woke up. As Naruto then trusted his buddy, and his eyes closed and replaced with red. Now it's time to head towards that place. As now we see, Naruto opened his eyes. He was in a room and was laying on a futon. As Naruto instantly jumped up, he panicked. Kurama, you sly fox, what the hell? Come on, speak to me. Where are we? You don't need to worry about anything, said a voice. As Naruto turned his head in an instant, as if almost it could snap, to see that a person with red hair and weak body and purple eyes with rings was sitting there. My name is Nagato Uzumaki, Naruto. And this is Konan, my wife. We're gonna bring you to the Uzushio Gakure's leader. Uzushio Gakure? Leader? Welcome home, kid, said Kurama. And yeah, you're welcome. What? But wait, I thought, Naruto said as he instantly saw that the door bursted open and in came many of the Uzumaki's kid. Hey, is the new Nissan awoken yet? Whoa, he's awake! Awesome, let's go tell everyone! As after that, Naruto was shocked by this, and as well as confused. What the hell was going on here? Was he in some sort of genjutsu or something? Was he dead? And that is when Nagato then said, "You're not dead or anything. Neither are you, well, in a genjutsu. This is real place. This is Uzushio Gakure, the Neo Uzushio Gakure." As after that, Naruto gulped and then looked towards them. What do you mean? It was destroyed, wasn't it? Everything will be explained once you see her. The one person who wants to meet you the most. Who? The Uzukage. As Naruto was taken to her office, and there he saw a red-haired woman with pale white skin, same face structure as his, seated there with violet eyes. It's been a long time, son, she said, getting up and instantly grabbing her son into a bone-crushing hug as she broke down and choked her on her own words, sending goosebumps, literally goosebumps on Naruto's skin. As Naruto instantly calmed her down. Hey, calm down. Who are you? As she looked even more sad after that. I'm your mother, Naruto. My name is Kushina. As Naruto's eyes widened. What? Told you, kid. Found something interesting. And I was sure as hell not gonna let this slide. Took the chance, arrived here. And again, you're welcome once more. As Naruto's eyes were filled with tears, he was hyperventilating, and instantly he was calmed down. Wait, how is this possible? Every record I tried to find on you, who my mother was erased. I knew this much because of the Uzumaki name given to me, that she was an Uzumaki. No. This can't be. Kurama, is this? Yes, it is your mother, my previous Jinchuriki, Naruto. You are in Uzushio Gakure. You need to calm down. How can this be? Why? I could ask the same, Naruto. If it wasn't for the last night arrival of yours, thanks to the Beiju and explaining everything to me, I would have never gotten to know. What? What do you mean? How could you not have known that your son existed? You see, what happened was, 13 years ago, after I was able to recover somewhat myself, I was given a rude awakening to the reality of what has happened. My husband was dead, protecting his village, sealing the BG in our son, and my son couldn't survive the process. I was even shown your body, and Hiruzen himself showed it to me, and I checked it again and again. Everything matched. Your bone marrow, our blood sample, our parenting test, everything matched. I was devastated. I left the village, not looking back after retiring and leaving everything behind. And now that you arrive at my doorstep, I'm gonna kill that old bastard and destroy that fucking village. How can they do this to me? Why would they do this? Even my own friends would do this. What do you mean, your friends? They knew that I was okay. I even said goodbye to them before leaving. They all knew. I would kill them. As after that, Naruto asked, what did you do after that? You don't hate me for not finding you? No. How could I hate you? You were kept in dark like me. And a person, who has lost so much, I can understand how they feel. Because at one time when I lost my best friend, who was my whole life to me at the time, Naruto almost choked down as he remembered, while being in the alleyways in the cold winter, harsh winter in Konoha, near Dumpster, he had a little puppy who was killed brutally the next year by some kids who despised him. It was the only light in Naruto's life at the time, in his darkest times, at such a young age, who kept him going. And after that, we see the end of the flashback. It's alright, son, you don't need to remember that. But I need to know what you did, as you can see, said Kushina as she showed Naruto from her office the whole village, the kids playing, the whole street in which the vendors were, as well as Uzumaki's doing all of their own work, running through out the whole village with their own currency, growing out their own resources with the help of seals. How is this even possible? You don't have any contact with the outside world. Yes, to the outside we're nothing more than a ruined village, who is left into nothing more than ruins and destroyed rubbles. But on the other side, we are the now most advanced and strongest village ever there is to. But how? Many of the Uzumakis were able to escape, because we made the blood clone seal, and changed the appearance. The villages who at the time were allied, Kumo, Kiri and Iwa, destroyed them, alongside some of our brave elders and shinobis, making them think that they have won. But in reality, more than 80% of our populations was safely distributed and hinged into perfect normal beings. With a seal, if any of the new heir arrives, they will bring the village back. And that is what I did. Isn't that right, brother? Brother? Yes. I am your uncle, Naruto, as I said before. You can call me Uncle Nagato. Your mother and I are brother and sister. As Nagato smiled at him. As Naruto looked down, I see. So I had a family after all. As Naruto was happy, and instantly he felt as if a huge burden was lifted off of his shoulder, and he felt sleepy and lightweight, and instantly he fell asleep there. And his mother just smiled and hugged him close. Rest as all much as you can, Naruto. You have been brave long enough. As now we see, on the other side, back in Konoha, Hiruzen in his new office that was created after the course of 8 months, the death of Danzo and all of his root except for one person not being found, Naruto, was seated there, and the whole council was just shocked at what has happened. Since now the jutsu didn't work on Hiruzen, he has expelled the whole truth to everyone. So you mean to say is that, yes, Koharu and Homura, who are now executed, are also involved into this. What are we gonna do, Hokage-sama? Naruto is out there. He's strong and was strong enough to destroy his root, which is much larger than our shinobi roasters or Anbu roasters combined, and Danzo as well. I know, But I find it hard to believe that Naruto was this genius from the beginning. Everyone has their own secrets, and I taught Naruto a lesson, which I regret it seems. And that was always expect the unexpected from a person you could expect the least from. And Naruto took that to heart it seems. So what now? Should we put him in the bingo book making him look like an bounty? No, we couldn't take the risk. The kid is strong as he is, but he cannot be left alone. What if he runs into her? That is another matter. Even if she's out there and alive, she wouldn't know. She's too weakened. She can't continue on. Even the doctor said at the time that she would live for only 6 to 9 months max, if that is all there is to it. What are we gonna do, Hiruzen-sama? What if she's able to survive? She was our best friend and we betrayed her, stabbed her in the back for more money and more power in the village after Minato's death. I know I did the same. We're in the same boat. In the same boat, you old coot. It was you who pushed us to do this, said Hiyashi Yuga as he stood up. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have been here. The kid is a fucking sociopath. The genes of Minato and Kushina combined would have known. We would have all known and seen this coming from a far mile ahead. This was same as Itachi written all over again. He's gonna massacre this time around the whole Konoha if it comes down to that. But that was not the plan and the future, because now we see we have a time skip of 5 more years, and Naruto was now at the age of 18, as now we see him currently rescuing Gaara no Sabuko from the clutches of Akatsuki after killing the 2 of the Akatsuki members and sheathing his katana as they were cut it into cube-sized pieces. Pathetic. And they called himself the artist. Nothing is better than a katana art. Sword arts. As now we see Gaara, who was scared, looking at Naruto. You don't need to be afraid of me. Hironi, the rogue from Konoha, and the strongest bounty hunter in the whole elemental nation. Why shouldn't I be? If you want to, you can kill me as well now. But I won't. Yes, you are gonna say that. Woohoo, you guessed everything out in an instant, haven't you? Listen now, Gaara. You and I are much more alike than you think. And that stinky old raccoon, I believe, is still inside of you. As half of Gaara's face morphed into Shikaku. Oi, Brad, who do you think you're calling the stinky old raccoon? I have been nice to him. As Naruto, then one of his eyes turned redless. Shut up, you baka tanuki. Fox! I should have known it was you. Calm down, both of you. So Naruto, how is this possible? It is a link that is created between the Jinchuriki and the Bichu. Once they reach on a mutual understanding, you'll get too used to it. What is it that you want to talk about, Brat? It's about father. What? What do you mean, father? I have been chosen by him as the next sage. What? You're bullshitting. I am not. Kurama, you even told him your real name? Either you have finally gone snail fox or you're losing your touch. What is it? Enough, you baka tanuki. I am telling you the truth. Something sinister is going to arise, but luckily enough it's not that much of a threat. We must all become united with our Jinchurikis. All? I'm already good terms with Gaara. He and I are now chummy now again. Listen to me, Shikaku, said Naruto, and you as well, Gaara. You need to be in a perfect synchronization mode. As Naruto suddenly showed them, him and Kurama being in one pace, in the KCM2 state. You all need to be like this, in your perfect chakra state. Because with the help of this, we are able to deal with an Otsutsuki who's about to arrive. What do you mean? Kaguya is breaking her seal on her own, and she is going to arrive here, one way or another. Something we cannot afford. Alright, I get it. I'll be careful, and we'll try, as you said Shikaku. Good. I gotta go now. You can walk back to your village, right, Gaara? Said Naruto. Wait, where are you gonna go? Fox. What else do you think, you baka tanuki? Do you have to spell it out for you? Other also needs our assistance and this warning. Father used the last bit of his soul's chakra in the divine realm to warn us. Kaguya is breaking free and she's in the last bits of it. The seal is finally broken. After half of her chakra is, destroyed in the process though, giving us an opportunity to fight and win against her. Father thinks so. That is why we need to be in complete synchronization with our Jinchurikis when the time comes. But about these people, the Akatsuki, you don't need to worry about them. They will be taken care of. Wait, who even are you? I'm Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki from Uchiha Gakure. As after that, Naruto said, do not tell this to anyone. I won't. Good. As after that, Naruto disappeared, as if he never existed there. And now we see Naruto returning back to his, room, as his mother was waiting there for him alongside his fiancée and the love of his life, Karin Uzumaki. Naruto, where in the living hell did you went? She said, adjusting her glasses, as Naruto looked at the redhead and the girl with red eyes, wearing black glasses. Hey, Karin-chan. Yeah, I was busy. I was scouting you and I had your coordinates locked, Naruto. What were you doing on the outskirts of Sunagakure? Almost 50 miles away. Yeah, about that. You see, Jinchuriki needed my help, and I have come up with a plan. What plan? You forgot I told you about the Kage and all? I presume you mentioned this something along the lines of the rabbit goddess awakening and breaking the seal 1 month ago. Yes. Turns out that she's close, and she's gonna descend upon us anytime soon. And your strategy here? I need to take care of that with the help of other Jinchurikis, and only we can have a chance to fight against them. Listen, Naruto, I have told you before, this is not alone your fight. We are here to help. We can do this together. I don't want to risk what I have. Not now. Before I was alone, ready to risk it all, because I had to lose only myself in this process. If I had to burn, it was only myself I was burning in the end. But not anymore. I have a lot to lose. Whether you like it or not, Kachan, you're the last line of defense alongside all of you. Uzumaki's are way too genius and smart to be captured by her. You need to prepare a lot of security and barrier seals, so much strong that not even a god itself cannot break through it. You better believe it, you do. Naruto said as his paranoia was kicking in at 1,000 miles per hour. While on the other side, a person with silver hair with a ponytail arrived in front of the ruins of those Shirogakure. Something tells me it is here where my journey will end. As Jiraiya then did one thing he could. He went inside, or tried to do so, only to be hit by a force field. What the? What is this? And instantly he was knocked out. Before he only saw footsteps before his vision blurred. As now we see him tied up in an interrogation room, and in front of him was seated a feminine figure. Only her hands were visible. It's been a long time, Jiraiya. You're far away from home. What do you want from us? Us, so there are more. Jiraiya thought instantly. Who are you? And what are you doing here in the ruins of? It is our home. Now, we live here, and we do not wish for the likes of you to linger here any longer. I know that voice. Wait. Kushina? No point hiding my face then. What do you want, Jiraiya? So you were alive? Of course I was. Did you think that I would die? No. I found another purpose after losing the biggest pieces of myself. I found my family. I'm sorry, Kushina. And not only that, as Naruto came in through the door and Jiraiya almost instantly knew. Oh shit. Hey, Godfather. Happy to see me. Naruto? You're... Yes, here. I'm here as well. Now, tell me why shouldn't I kill you in an instant, Jiraiya? What are you doing here, first of all, and what do you want from us? To be honest, I was searching for Naruto, or you, or your remains, so that Sensei's paranoia could be put to ease. But you just... Oh, fuck me. How can I say this? Well, you're already fucked, Jiraiya. Fucked in the brain, and, well, generally speaking, full with AIDS and all. Oh, come on, kid. Not like that. Come on. Don't do this. Fine. Now, tell me this. What is your goal? You have finally found what you needed to find. You can return back. Wait, really? Yes. We're not here. or worry about you because you will be regarded as nothing more than a nuisance and an idiot. That is all you have ever been to them. A disposable Sanin. As Naruto smirked, how do you know anything about me, kid? You're not nothing like your father. Your father would have been, oh, disappointed? So be it. That bastard was ready to sacrifice me for all your fool's fuck's sake. For me, he can go burn in hell for all I care. Naruto said to Kushina, then literally clenched her fist. Naruto, enough. I told you already, Kacha, I don't care about that man. As Naruto then looked towards Jiraiya, you really? Yes, I don't care about him. Glad that man is dead, or I would have killed him myself. Naruto, enough! Said Kushina. I'm sorry, Kajan. I stepped out of line again. Kushina, listen. Naruto is needed back in the village. You're needed back. We could use Uzumaki's. We have, what? Use like Uchihas? Use like the Senjus? No, not any longer. We already know what you did to our cousins. And their clans. I was there myself to witness the Uchiha's massacre, remember? What? Yes, I was there that night. No, you couldn't have been. You were the one sitting with them all, while Itachi was being briefed. You was the one manipulating Hiruzen into agreeing with them all. No, you don't understand. It was for the sake of Konoha. No, Jiraiya, it was for your sake, for your popularity, so you could get the bitches that you wanted. You only think from your dicks, Jiraiya. That is all there is to it. And you're nothing more than disposable germ to ride them. This parasite that Hiruzen is begging to get rid of. That is why he sent you here, hopelessly, on this mission, on a wild goose chase, not knowing that the goose that he was sending you after was already waiting here. But it was not a goose. It was an alligator. And you have just stepped in its den to be shredded. As hearing his words, literally Jiraiya felt chills run down his spine. Kid, you don't have to do this. Why shouldn't I? I was there, Jiraiya. Itachi, he trusted me. He knew something was off about this deal from the beginning. I already knew what was going to happen. It was inevitable. Because Itachi told me that their main goal was me. Me being placed under you so you don't have to train a shinobi. You already have a trained soldier at your hands that you only need to teach basics. And voila, you have a trained soldier who you can leech and mooch off of and get what you want, bitches. And Konoha gets their lapdog. As Jiraiya looked down, I'm sorry, kid. Shut up, Jiraiya. The only reason I'm not claiming your neck off here is because we don't see that worthy enough to dirty our blades. And get AIDS on our blades, to be honest. Now get the fuck out of here, Jiraiya. Go tell Konoha that we are alive. That is, if Hiruzen is alive right now. What do you mean? What have you done? Oh, what have I done? Talk about what your friend Orochimaru would have done. What? Yes. A little birdie told me that he might have been right now in Konoha and could be destroying it in the Chunin exams. Chunin exams. They were postponed before the previous attack, and now, yes, the current attack, the Chunin exams. He brought in the Jinchuriki, Three Tails Isebu from Kiri after stealing it and making them agree. Oh no, I have to. Yes, you have to run back, Jiraiya. Run along now. As Jiraiya dashed away as fast as he could, but what awaited him on the other side was nothing more than ruins of Konoha. The same at once he has seen in Uzushio. No! And instantly Naruto arrived there. Now this is what you call art. I will kill you. I'll fucking kill. Before he could finish, his neck was rolled off from his body. Fallen on the ground. Shut up, punk. You think I will let you, old man? I'm gonna play you all like a fiddle. As Naruto then said, now then, time for some hunting of my own. As he wore his Oni mask and went on a killing spree, taking this as a chance, mixing in within the enemies, killing the clan leaders, as well as the elders and the strongest shinobi standing there, leaving the next generation quite weak and quite confused on what to do. And after being done, he left, Konoha was officially broken to the point where it could no longer be considered even a nation, let alone the strongest elemental nation in the whole elemental nations. As now we see, the other four nations have gathered to form a council, and the land of Fire Daimyo was at a loss here, to be reduced into a now non shinobi nation at all. The next generation was not prepared to be sent out in wars. They were just fucking chunins and ganins. Some jonins were there, but most of them have died. Amongst being them was Kakashi Hatake and all of the clan heads. Fucking clan heads have to die as well. This could be a conspiracy, but all he could care about right now was his own head and the survival of his family. Fuck the village. If that's what they want, they can have it. He doesn't care. But they didn't knew that there was nothing left in the village. All the scrolls that were important, the strongest ones, even the scroll of the ceilings, were taken. Only the clan scrolls that nobody required was left. And only one clan had was remaining. Tazumi Inizuka, who declined and took away her whole clan with her to leave this shithole. And since the kids were following her from the other clans, they also decided to leave. There was no clan left. Konoha, well, was now. It was not a village now. Nothing was left except for its ruin. And the one person who caused this was none other than Naruto. As we see on Naruto right back home, in his hand was his Oni mask as he placed it down. My revenge is complete, but the job of owning is still left to go far-fetched. As Naruto then go on to his own journey to collect and gather intel on the other Jinchurikis before killing off the Akatsuki members and making them learn about the secret. And as he has revealed, 10 years later, exactly from his warning, Kaguya Otsutsuki broke free and arrived there. As a 25-year-old Naruto Uzumaki, the second Uzukake of the Neo-Uzushiogakure, the strongest elemental nation in the five nations, stood there. In the five villages stood there. Yes, Uzushiu has turned into a nation, not a village, but a whole nation. So strong that the other villages were not afraid. They even tried to target them at once, but they were left so much less in numbers that they couldn't do anything but to admit defeat and rub on salt on their wounds. Naruto declared that if they ever went on forward, their Jinchurikis will side with them. And their Jinchurikis even agreed. Even B fucking agreed. And even Kurosuchi sided with them, because of the onslaught that was going to happen. As for Kaguya, because of the Jinchurikis already prepared, and Naruto being their leader, they were ready to put her down. It was not easy, but it was not that hard as well. Naruto, with mid-difference, was able to put her down to the ground, but in return got her karma seal. Thankfully enough, Naruto was mentally strong enough, with the help of Kurama, to take her down in his own mind, a battle that he fought alone and defeated her, earning her karma for himself, and gained the power of the now Rokudo no Sanin. As now we see, Naruto was Uzushigakure's leader as he was seated in his office, as the door bursted open, and in came his wife with their daughter, Sarada Uzumaki, as she had red hair with blonde streaks in them, and wore the same glasses as her father, one eye red and one eye blue, because of the genetics fighting against one another in this one. And she was loudmouth and brash like her mother, but when she wants to be, she was calm and collected and quite literally frightening like her father as well. And as for Naruto, he was living the best life he could with his mother and his wife and kid. And as for the other clan's children as well as Tazumi, she was now a nomad clan. A clan that existed on their own. A village that was created for those who have lost their loved ones. And the only one goal of them was to survive. No matter what. Just survive. And that is what they were doing their best for. Survive. They were nothing more than tribes now. Small tribes. And for the other villages, they had nothing more to do but to obey their Jinchurikis, who were governing over them as their village's entourage. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And stay tuned for a story on my second channel as well. It will be uploaded shortly. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!